Chapter 7. The Mother Factor. Leaving a Legacy for Your Daughters. Real-life interview. Mama Ruth, age 59, widow and farmer, Nuka, Nigeria. When my husband died in 1998, I had 4 children under 15. No one believed I could raise them alone. I sold pap and vegetables at the roadside, farmed in the dry season, and sewed at night. Today, my 3 daughters are graduates. One is a nurse in Canada. I taught them one thing: never wait for a man to rescue you. God gave you brains and hands. Use them. 7.1. You are your daughter's first role model. Children don't always obey what we say, but they never fail to become what we show. Ngwu. Before your daughter ever hears a sermon from a pulpit, before she reads a motivational book or listens to her future husband, she studies you, the first woman she ever knew. She watches when you think no one is watching. She listens when you think your words were whispered in passing. She absorbs your strength, your silence. She inherits your courage, your caution. Your life is her mirror. Every time you respond to life, you teach her a silent lesson. She learns from how you handle stress. Do you explode, retreat, or pray through it? Treat yourself. Do you practice self-respect or self-neglect? React to hardship. Do you break under pressure or rise with resolve? Earn a living. Do you wait to be rescued or do you create your own rescue? Speak about men, work, and self-worth. Are your words filled with power or pity? Your choices today become her expectations tomorrow. She learns more from you than you realize. If your daughter grows up hearing, "I can't do anything until my husband helps me. A woman's job is just to endure. Without a man, life is over," she may believe that marriage is her only lifeline. She may tolerate abuse thinking it's normal. She may ignore her dreams because she never saw you chase yours. But if she grows up seeing you, budgeting with wisdom, working with dignity, worshiping in storms, speaking with grace and strength, refusing to settle for less than you deserve, then even when the world tries to silence her, your example will rise in her memory and whisper, "You were born for more." Your influence outlives your voice. Long after your daughter forgets what you told her, she will remember what you showed her. Even if you had no one to model strength for you, the woman who breaks the chain. Even if you feel weak, walk strong because she's following your footsteps. Motherhood is not just provision of food or shelter. It is the passing of identity. And your daughter is watching not for perfection, but for permission. Permission to be bold, to fail and rise, to earn and speak, to choose wisely, to walk away, to love herself. This is the legacy that lasts. The house you live in may crumble, but the woman you raise will live on. Every woman's life tells a story. Let yours be a story that gives your daughter a map and a mirror. Let her see in you a builder, not a beggar, a partner, not a prisoner, a mother, not just in body, but in bravery. Because the most powerful inheritance you can give your daughter is not money. It is mindset. 7.2. The legacy every African daughter deserves. Every African daughter carries the seed of a future nation. She will one day mother children, lead homes, make decisions, and shape society. But before she steps into that future, what are we planting in her today? What will she say she inherited, not just in material wealth, but in values, vision, and inner strength? Here is the kind of legacy she deserves. 1. A vision of strength, not suffering. For too long, many African girls have been conditioned to equate womanhood with pain. Endure no matter what. Be silent. A woman must suffer in marriage. You're strong if you can carry everything and complain about nothing. But real strength is not silent suffering. True womanhood is not the art of enduring abuse, but the courage to create, confront, and change what is broken. Let your daughter grow up knowing She is allowed to speak up. She is not made to suffer. She is worthy of peace, purpose, and power. 2. A working model of economic independence. If your daughter only sees you as someone who waits to be fed, clothed, or helped, she will grow up thinking money is a man's right and a woman's request. But when she sees you, working with your hands, running a business however small, managing your finances with wisdom, she learns that independence is possible and honorable. She learns to say no to manipulation because she's not financially desperate. Economic empowerment doesn't start with wealth, it starts with willingness. 3. A safe emotional environment. In a world that often shames women for feeling, your daughter needs a space where her heart is heard. Let her learn from you that, Humayana, it's okay to cry. It's powerful to speak truth. It's wise to walk away from abuse. Boundaries are not rebellion, they are protection. Speak life over her. Don't shame her emotions, guide them. Let your home be the first place she learns that love is not fear and loyalty is not slavery. 4. A blessing of education and skill. If you want to break generational bondage, educate your daughter both in school and in skills. Give her a brain that thinks and hands that build. Teach her to use books and also tools. Let her grow up knowing algebra and accounting, cooking and coding, prayer and professionalism. An educated daughter is harder to oppress. A skilled daughter is harder to trap. Make her too educated to be enslaved and too skilled to be ignored. 5. A relationship with God and purpose. Above all, anchor your daughter in faith and identity. Let her know she is more than a body to be touched or a bride to be chosen. Let her hear you pray, see you worship. Learn that her body is wholly not for sale, not for shame. Know that she is not an accident, but a divine assignment on earth. When a girl knows she is loved by God, she stops begging for love from people who treat her less than divine. Final thought. This is the legacy your daughter deserves, not just food on her plate or a dress on her back, but a mindset that outlives your presence and a spirit that can stand when the world shakes. If you can give your daughter strength, wisdom, and purpose, you have given her more than any man ever could. Ngwu. Quotes to reflect on. To raise a strong daughter, be a strong mother. Dr. Stella Adadevo. Children are not only shaped by what we say, but more so by what we silently survive. Ngwu. Your daughter's future husband should only be an addition, not a lifeline. Ngozi N., Women Empowerment Speaker. 7.3 Generational Poverty or Generational Power. You choose. The cycle of generational poverty is not just about financial hardship, it's about mindset, choices, and the patterns that get passed down. For generations, many African women have found themselves trapped in a loop of dependence, emotional suffering, and limited opportunities. It's a cycle that keeps repeating itself because it's all they know. But you have the power to break this cycle. The cycle you must break. Many young women today are unknowingly repeating the same painful patterns that their mothers faced. Marrying too early, often out of societal pressure or the misguided belief that marriage equals security, many young girls abandon their dreams and potential when they get married. Their education stops, their personal growth is put on hold, and they fall into a life of servitude, both emotionally and financially. Abandoning school for marriage. In many cultures, the notion that marriage should be a woman's ultimate goal often means that education takes a back seat. For these women, their identity is reduced to being someone's wife or mother, leaving no room for self-expression, self-improvement, or career growth. Relying on men for survival. This is perhaps the most damaging cycle of all. Many women are taught to believe that their worth is tied to the man they marry and that they are not whole or capable of standing on their own. When a woman doesn't understand how to financially support herself or build her own success, she risks falling into a vulnerable situation should life change unexpectedly. Fearing singlehood more than failure. For too long, African women have been conditioned to fear the stigma of being single or widowed. So much so that they are willing to accept unhealthy relationships and even abusive marriages simply to avoid loneliness. This fear blinds them to the power they have to shape their own destiny, often resulting in cycles of dependence and suffering. You have the power to break the cycle. It's time to make a choice. Will you allow your daughter to inherit the same pain and struggle that you've known? Or will you choose to rewrite her story, giving her the gift of empowerment, independence, and confidence? While you may not have been given much by your own mother, you can give more to your daughter. You can offer her the freedom to choose, the skills to survive, and the vision to thrive. Here's how to start breaking the cycle and laying the foundation for a new legacy of generational power. 1. Prioritize education, not early marriage. While many African cultures still place great emphasis on marriage as the pinnacle of a woman's life, you can teach your daughter that education is her first partner. Education is the tool that gives her choice. It gives her the freedom to choose who she wants to marry, when she wants to marry, and whether or not she wants to marry at all. Educating your daughter means teaching her that her future is not bound to a man's ambition, but her own. Ensure that your daughter knows that her mind is her greatest asset, and she is worthy of knowledge and growth both inside and outside of the classroom. 2. Build financial literacy and independence. Don't let your daughter believe that money is a man's responsibility. Teach her early how to manage finances, save, and invest. Equip her with the knowledge to earn her own income and support herself, whether it's through entrepreneurship, remote work, vocational skills, or any form of professional development. The greatest gift you can give her is the confidence that she doesn't need to rely on a man to survive. 3. Show her the power of singlehood and self-worth. There is nothing wrong with being single. In fact, being single allows a woman to focus on her personal growth, build her career, and create the life she desires without compromising her values or goals for anyone else. By showing your daughter the strength of singlehood, you teach her that her value does not come from being in a relationship, but from knowing who she is and what she brings to the world. 4. Break the stigma of failure. It's important that your daughter grows up knowing that failure is not a curse, but a lesson. Many young women avoid pursuing their dreams because they fear failing or being judged. By showing her that it's okay to fail and try again, you're giving her the tools to take risks and pursue her dreams with courage. Teach her that failure is not final and that it's often the stepping stone to success. Let her know that the fear of failure is far less dangerous than the regret of never trying at all. 5. Foster emotional strength and resilience. Teach your daughter that her emotions are valid, but they should never define her ability to thrive. Show her how to handle adversity with grace, patience, and strength. Cultivate an environment where she is encouraged to express herself, but also to take action when necessary. Emotional strength is not about bottling up pain, but about channeling it into purpose. 6. Create a culture of support and empowerment. Your daughter must also learn the value of sisterhood, support, and community. Raise her to be a woman who empowers other women, not one who competes with them. Let her know that we rise together and that helping others along the way is part of creating a lasting legacy. A legacy of generational power. In the end, you can choose to raise a daughter who carries the weight of generational painer, one who steps into a legacy of power and purpose. Your choices today will lay the foundation for the future she will inherit. The true legacy of a mother is not just the children she raises, but the wisdom, strength, and courage she imparts to them enough to break every chain that once held them back. Ngwu. Your legacy can be the end of suffering and the beginning of strength. And in this new chapter, your daughter will rise, lead, and live with purpose, knowing that the world is hers to conquer. 7.4 Personal Reflection Exercise, Letters to My Daughter. Step 1. Reflect and write. Write a letter to your daughter, born or unborn, answering. 1. What do I want her to believe about herself as a woman? 2. What mistake of mine must she never repeat? 3. What strength have I developed that I want her to inherit? Step 2. Plan of action. List 3 things you will start doing from today to model the kind of woman you want her to become. Examples. Open a savings account in her name. Learn a new skill and let her watch. Stop speaking negatively about men or money in her presence. Closing words for Chapter 7. You are not just a mother, you are a builder of nations. Your daughter is not just your child, she is your message to tomorrow. Write that message with boldness. Live it with dignity, and pass it on with love. Chapter 8. Steps to take now. Your personal empowerment plan. Real-life interview. Mrs. Grace Namdi, age 41, former housewife, turned entrepreneur, Enugu, Nigeria. When my husband passed, I had no money, no skills, and no plan. I cried for weeks. Then one day I said to myself, Grace, if you don't rise, who will feed your children? I started roasting corn. I saved. I learned to bake. Now I run a catering business and employ 3 other women. Empowerment is not a gift from other sites, a decision you make for yourself. 8.1 Why you must take steps now. Procrastination is one of the greatest barriers to success, particularly for women who have been conditioned to wait for external validation or the perfect moment before making any significant changes. It's easy to get caught in the trap of waiting for things to align perfectly or for circumstances to settle down. However, if you keep waiting for the right time, you may find that time slips away and opportunities pass you by. The illusion of the perfect time. Many women put their dreams, plans, and goals on hold for reasons that seem legitimate, but in reality, they only delay their potential. Waiting for the right time. There's never a perfectly convenient moment. Life will always have its challenges, be it financial struggles, family obligations, or personal doubts. Waiting for the right time often means waiting forever. The time to start is now, regardless of how imperfect your circumstances may seem. Waiting for the children to grow. Many women believe they can't focus on personal growth or career advancement until their children are older, but that's often just an excuse. Your children learn by example, and showing them that you are pursuing your own dreams teaches them the power of self-empowerment. You can create balance between motherhood and personal growth. It doesn't need to be all or nothing. Waiting for someone to help. You may be waiting for a mentor, family member, or friend to offer you guidance or financial assistance. But waiting for external help can leave you in a state of helplessness. Help often comes when you've already taken the first step. People are more likely to support someone who shows initiative and determination. Waiting for your husband's permission. In some cultures, women are expected to seek permission from their husbands before pursuing anything outside of the household. This mindset can undermine your independence and self-worth. Your dreams and aspirations are not conditional on anyone else's approval, especially not someone who should be your partner in building an equal, supportive life together. Waiting for life to slow down. Life will never fully slow down. Responsibilities will keep piling up, deadlines will keep approaching, and the demands of life will always be there. The key is learning to act in the midst of the chaos, even when things feel overwhelming. Growth and change happen one small step at a time. The truth about empowerment. It starts with action. The most empowering thing you can do right now is to stop waiting and take action, any action, no matter how small. Empowerment isn't a feeling that comes over you like magic. It's a process of consistently making choices that align with your values, your purpose, and your goals. The time to act is not tomorrow, it's today. Every step you take, no matter how tiny it seems, brings you closer to a life of independence, purpose, and fulfillment. What action looks like. 1. Start with a plan. It's not enough to just dream, take the time to create a roadmap. Write down your goals, big and small, and break them down into actionable steps. Whether it's building a business, learning a new skill, or going back to school, define the steps you need to take. 2. Learn something new. Whether it's a formal education, a vocational skill, or a hobby you've always wanted to pursue, learning something new is always a step toward empowerment. It doesn't matter if you're starting from scratch or revisiting something you once loved. Just start. 3. Build financial independence. Whether through a job, a side hustle, or investing in your skills, begin to take charge of your finances. Start small, but take control. Every small financial decision you make will build your confidence and your independence. 4. Set boundaries. This is especially important in relationships. Setting clear boundaries with your husband, family, and even yourself is a powerful way to reclaim control over your time, energy, and aspirations. 5. Build a support system. Don't wait for help to come to you. Seek out mentors, supportive communities, and women who share your values and goals. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and encourage your progress. Overcoming the fear of starting. One of the biggest challenges women face when it comes to taking the first step is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough. But here's the truth. Fear is normal, but it doesn't have to control you. Every successful person has faced fear, doubt, and uncertainty. The difference between those who succeed and those who remain stuck is that the successful ones took action despite their fear. You are more than enough. Empowerment doesn't come from waiting, it comes from doing. You are already capable of so much more than you believe. Your dreams are valid, your efforts matter, and your potential is limitless. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need to wait for everything to align. The time is now. Whether you are widowed, married, separated, or single, empowerment starts with action, not feelings. The key to unlocking your future lies in the choices you make today. Start where you are. Begin with what you have. Take the first step, no matter how small, and build the life you deserve. 8.2. The Empowerment Framework. 5 key areas. Empowerment isn't just about independence or strength. It's about holistic transformation that touches every area of your life. It's about breaking free from the chains of limitation and stepping into your full potential. The Empowerment Framework highlights 5 key areas where every woman can start building a strong foundation for lasting change. 1. Mental empowerment. Renew your mind. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. Mental empowerment is the first step in any transformative journey. Your thoughts are powerful. They shape how you see yourself, how you navigate challenges, and how you approach life. Challenge limiting beliefs. The stories we tell ourselves often keep us stuck. Common limiting beliefs include, "Oh, I'm too old to start something new. Oh, it's too late to change. Oh, I can't succeed without a man." Challenge these negative thoughts by questioning their validity and replacing them with empowering truths. Oh, I am capable and capable of learning. Oh, my worth isn't defined by my age, marital status, or past experiences. Oh, I am not helpless. I can create change in my life. Feed your mind. Just as your body needs food, your mind needs continuous nourishment. Surround yourself with ideas and perspectives that uplift you. Oh, read books that inspire and educate. Whether it's a business book, biography, or spiritual text, aim for knowledge that empowers. Oh, listen to empowering sermons, podcasts, and motivational talks. These can provide new insights and reinforce positive thinking. Oh, attend workshops and seminars. Whether in person or virtual, learning from experts and others who have walked similar paths can deepen your knowledge and bolster your confidence. Associate with forward-thinking women. Your circle matters. Seek relationships with women who challenge you, who encourage you, and who understand the importance of growth. This network will push you toward greater achievements and mental clarity. 2. Skill empowerment. Learn something valuable. A woman without skill is a prisoner to dependency. See Ngwu. Skills are essential tools for self-reliance. They can open doors to independence and create opportunities even in the most challenging circumstances. Pick a trade or service. Identify a skill or trade that aligns with your interests and market demand. Some options include O. Hairdressing. O. Catering and baking. O. Tailoring and fashion design. O. Farming or agribusiness. O. Tech skills like coding, graphic design, or social media management. O. Digital services like virtual assistants, data entry, or online tutoring. Access training. You don't need to pay a fortune for skill acquisition. Many organizations, NGOs, churches, and government bodies offer free or subsidized training programs. Take advantage of these resources to learn something that can transform your life. Practice daily. Skill development doesn't happen overnight. Set aside time every day to practice your new skills, refine your craft, and improve. Start small but stay consistent. With time, you'll become an expert. 3. Financial empowerment. Start managing and multiplying money. Money in a woman's hand is a weapon against begging. Ngozi N. Financial empowerment is about taking control of your money, creating income streams, and building wealth. It's about financial literacy and taking proactive steps toward financial independence. Track your spending. The first step toward managing your finances is awareness. Start tracking your income and expenses. Know where your money is going and cut back on unnecessary spending. Awareness is the foundation of financial control. Start saving. Even if it's just 200 naira a day, saving consistently can add up over time. Set a target and make saving a habit. It's not about the amount, it's about developing the discipline to save regularly. Start small business ideas. If you're looking to increase your income, think about small businesses. You can start with minimal investment. Selling snacks, secondhand clothes, or homemade goods. Soap making, jewelry making, or craft work. Phone repair, data reselling, or digital products like ebooks or courses. Freelance services like writing, tutoring, or social media management. Teach your children about money. Financial literacy should be passed down to the next generation. Teach your children the value of money, saving, budgeting, and investing. This sets them up for a future of independence. 4. Social empowerment. Find or build a circle. Stop isolating. Pain grows in silence. Healing grows in community. One of the most powerful tools for personal growth is a supportive network. Building strong, healthy relationships and communities will help you navigate life's challenges and thrive. Stop isolating. Isolation feeds insecurity and stagnation. Reach out to other women, whether friends, family, or members of a local group. There's strength in community, and you'll find encouragement in shared experiences. Join women's support groups, faith groups, or local cooperatives. These groups are fertile grounds for growth, connection, and support. Whether it's a faith-based group, a business network, or a personal development community, having a circle of people who understand your journey is invaluable. Speak up and share ideas. Don't let fear or insecurity keep you silent. Your voice matters, and it may be the solution or insight someone else needs. Sharing ideas and experiences can inspire growth in both you and others. 5. Spiritual empowerment. Anchor your identity in God. Your identity is not in your marital status or your jobits in your relationship with God. Your spiritual foundation is the bedrock of true empowerment. It gives you purpose, direction, and the resilience to face challenges. Pray consistently. Prayer isn't just for askance, for listening and receiving guidance. Pray not only for provision and help, but for wisdom, courage, and direction. Prayer keeps you grounded and aligned with your purpose. Read the word and speak it aloud. The Bible is filled with wisdom for living a fulfilled, empowered life. Speak the word over your life, declaring the promises of God. God's word transforms your mind and strengthens your faith. Stop defining yourself by your status. Whether you're widowed, single, married, or a mother, your identity is not tied to your marital status. You are a masterpiece, created with purpose and potential. Anchor your identity in God, who sees you as whole, capable, and destined for greatness. Empowerment starts with you. The Empowerment Framework is a guide to becoming the woman you were always meant to be. It's about nurturing your mind, skills, finances, relationships, and spirit so that you can live fully, independently, and with purpose. The steps may be small at first, but every step leads you closer to the woman you're destined to be. Start today. Your empowerment journey begins now. Quotes to reflect on. The woman who decides to rise cannot be held back by death, lack, or fear. C. Ngwu. You don't need $1 million to start, you need movement. Maya Icom, financial coach. Empower a woman and you strengthen a generation. African proverb. 8.3 Personal reflection exercise. My empowerment blueprint. Step 1. Self-assessment. Answer honestly. Do I know at least one skill I can earn from? Do I save money consistently? Do I have a personal vision or goal? Do I make excuses more than plans? Step 2. Create your empowerment plan. Area. 1 step I can take this week. Mental. Skill. Financial. Social. Spiritual. Step 3. Accountability. Share your plan with a trusted friend, mentor, or group. Revisit it every 2 weeks and track your growth. Celebrate small wins. Closing words for Chapter 8. You don't have to wait for tragedy to empower yourself. And if tragedy has already come, it's not the end, it's the turning point. Every step you take is 1 step out of poverty, 1 step away from dependency, 1 step into destiny. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not too poor. You are rising. You are becoming. You are powerful.